The year is 2027, and the NFL has officially completed its long-awaited expansion into Europe. Let me introduce you to our teams. First things first, hailing from Dublin, Ireland, a gritty city with rampant fans who are dying for an NFL team, it is the Dublin Clovers, playing out of Guinness Stadium. Now, this team pays homage to Dublin itself with the Shamrock D logo and, of course, the green and yellow color scheme, but Dublin is full of frenetic fans that have been waiting for NFL football and are dying to have a winning NFL franchise in their city, and that's what we're going to be attempting to do in this video. Now, the city is full of grit, the city is full of passion, and if we start losing games, the fans are not going to take it well. They expect greatness, they want greatness, and they're ready to support a passionate NFL team. Now, taking a look at the jerseys, as you can see, it is a clean green and yellow color scheme for the home jerseys. I like the neon green, I like the lettering in the middle, and then the away jerseys are simple, an all-white look with a little hint of green and yellow as well that matches the D logo, and the field itself also, of course, has that shamrock all over it. That shamrock logo is gonna look so good on the fans in the stands. We also have the green and yellow in the end zones, and of course, a massive 72,000 fan capacity stadium in Guinness Stadium itself. I know I couldn't spell Guinness properly, but EA for some reason does not allow you to put Guinness as the field name, so we had to take an S off. I'm not slow, don't worry Irish fans, don't revolt at me quite yet. We haven't even played game number 1. Now, beyond the Dublin Clovers, let me introduce you to the Paris Magic, another team playing out of the European NFL division with their purple and yellow color scheme, and they of course had to put the Eiffel Tower with their patented magic wand in their logo. They're also rocking a beautiful purple and yellow color scheme, and Paris right now, they've got other sports franchises that currently have the heart of the city, so the Paris Magic have an uphill battle in front of them. They have a potentially massive fan base, but they need to capture it, and they need to do so by winning football games, and of course their beautiful jerseys will help sway fans at the start. It's the purple and the yellow on the home, and then the aways have that nice gold lettering with also just the plain purple everywhere else and the purple helmet. Stadium itself a little bit smaller, 69,000 fans. Again, they are apprehensive about how well this team can do, but this team has potential. Playing out of a massive city in Paris, the Magic are looking to make a name for themselves, but they're going to be one of our rivals. Now, next up, let me introduce you to our biggest rivals in the European division. It is the Berlin Blitz, and I'm not going to lie, I went too crazy on the logo. I went too crazy on the jersey and the uniforms because they arguably have the cleanest logo, jersey, and stadium combination of all three. But the Berlin Blitz are playing out of Miller Stadium with a massive 72,000 fan capacity. Berlin, just like Dublin itself, is full of gritty, hard-nosed fans that are expecting greatness, and of course, they're going to support their team no matter what. These are the most die-hard fans in the division, and they have a beautiful yellow and black home jersey. I mean, this is sick, I am not going to lie. Now, the final European team taking over the division is going to be the London Knights themselves. A big shout out to the London Knights in London, Canada, where I am from. But the London Knights have their, of course, beautiful knight logo, which I'm not going to lie, somewhat matches the vibe of the city. It is rarely sunny in London, so of course they have that blue kind of cloudy look to their color scheme. The home uniforms are very nice with the blue, the light blue at that, and then the aways are very nice as well, very clean. But the Knights, somewhat similar to Paris, playing in a massive city. It is going to be somewhat of an uphill battle to go through and claim fan share, but this team, as a result of their lack of pressure at the start, has potential to be one of the best in the division, and unfortunately they did not have the funds to go through and build their own stadium. They are playing out of Wembley Stadium in London. The others were able to go through and build their own stadium. London is kind of coming in as that sleeper squad. They're going to be able to build their team slowly, again, in a massive market. And those are our 4 teams. It is the Dublin Clovers, it is the London Knights, it is the Paris Magic, and it is the Berlin Blitz. Welcome to the NFL in Europe. Now, gentlemen, Roger Goodell has made the call, and he has decided to replace the NFC South with the NFL European division. So it's London, Berlin, Dublin, which is our team, and then Paris. And of course, leading this Dublin team to success is none other than Jamal Guinness himself. The stadium is named after his grandfather, who of course started the Guinness brand, and Jamal is looking to make grandpa proud by leading the first NFL franchise in his city to success. Now, Jamal's philosophy is building with speed, speed building with youth, and in a fantasy draft format that we're going to be starting in just a second, he's going to have the opportunity to draft some players that match the team's philosophy. Again, the team wants to win quickly, but there is a little bit of patience because of the fact that fans in Dublin are dedicated, they are loyal. So although there is a little more pressure than some other teams in the division like Paris and London to win quickly, it's not like Berlin where they expect greatness immediately. Now I will catch you guys in episode number 2 where Jamal makes the first ever pick for the Dublin Clovers and the first ever pick for an NFL European franchise. Jamal, the choice is yours. I will see you in episode number 2. Now let's see what pick the Dublin Clovers are going to get right here in this draft. We are picking at pick number 31. Not how we drew it up, but as we go through and look at some of the other draft picks in this division, it looks like the Berlin Blitz, they were able to snag Myles Garrett at pick number 20. Going on over to the Paris Magic, we have CeeDee Lamb at pick number 23. And then it looks like the London Knights have picked Puka Nacua at pick number 25. So a lot of wide receivers, and then of course the Blitz going with a player that's going to help them win right now, Myles Garrett in his prime. Now with pick number 1 in the Berlin Blitz franchise, I was hoping to go pass rusher, but I didn't see anyone that moved the needle. So Jamal Guinness is going to grab a playmaker right here, and we are going to take Jahmyr Gibbs at pick number 1. At the age of 23 years old, Gibbs has another 7 incredible seasons in him, and let's take Jahmyr, one of the best players in the entire draft. We will draft Jahmyr Gibbs and welcome him to the team. He's ranked number 1 out of all running backs. He's a 98 overall player, and he looks happy to be a part of the Berlin Blitz. I'm sorry, Detroit Lions. Now, pick 1, we got our running back sorted out. Pick number 2, I think we need to get a quarterback, and I see some good options. I see Jackson Dart. I see Tyler Shuck. I love Tyler Shuck as a Saints fan, but I think we have to go and we have to take Cam Ward. He's got hidden development, meaning his development is going to end up being something spectacular, and Cam Ward is a player that although this year he might not lead this team to a Super Bowl, I love the upside here. We're getting him on a rookie contract as well, and we're going to be taking Cam Ward with our second pick in the draft. That blue suit looks beautiful, but brother, I need you to get that green on. You're a part of the Dublin Clovers. Now with pick number 3, I'm thinking we need to get a little something in the trenches right now. The cornerback group, it's tempting to take one, but I feel like all these corners are somewhat similar. There is one player that caught Jamal Guinness's eye right here. It is Abdul Carter. He's got hidden development, meaning he's going to end up developing into one of the better pass rushers in this draft. He's already at 88 speed and 91 blocks head, which is amazing. A young player with the size at 6'4", 250, probably the perfect edge build, and we're going to take Abdul Carter at pick number 3. This might be a bit of a reach, but I do quite like the pick with Abdul Carter. He's ranked 15th out of all edges. I like this one. I think he's going to develop into a premier pass rusher for us. We've got running back, quarterback, and pass rusher ticked off. Those are 2 of the most important positions, and Jamal Guinness, I like the way he's building. Now with the next pick in the draft, this is where things start to get important for Jamal Guinness. I'm deciding between Nick Emanwori and Joe Alt. I really like both players. I'm kind of leaning Emanwori. He's a little bit younger. I feel like the upside is a little bit more there, although Joe Alt looks like an amazing pick. I would love to hopefully get both of these players in a Clovers uniform, but I think I'm going to go Emanwori. He's ranked slightly higher by the scouting department, which of course I'm going to trust the scouts right here. He's already 93 speed, an incredible archetype for a safety in this game, and we're going to take Nick Emanwori. I hope that's not a reach, but I do like the pick, and hopefully Joe Alt is still going to be there. We can turn back around and get him right here in this round. Now it would appear we're going to luck out because we're able to now scoop up Joe Alt as well with our next pick. So we do exactly what we were hoping for. We grab Joe Alt, we grab Nick Emanwori, and we're now putting stud players at key positions on this defense. Joe Alt, welcome to the team. This feels like an insane value pick in the 5th round. Roger, welcome Joel to the squad. The War Room loves it. The War Room absolutely loves it. Back in Dublin, Ireland, right here. Jamal Guinness is fist bumping. Joe Alt is excited to be a Clover. I love this, man. This looks great. This was a great pick for Joe Alt here. Now, Jamal Guinness has been building on defense for a little bit too long, and Luther Burden caught my eye. This is one of my favorite players in the league. Let's get our first wide receiver for Jamal Guinness. We're going to draft Luther Burden right here, and I'm liking the way this team is being constructed. constructed. Let's quickly recap who we picked. Luther Burden, he's smiling. He's happy to be a part of the Clovers franchise. And man, oh man, I'm liking the way we're building this team. Because currently we have Jahmyr Gibbs at running back, Cam Ward at quarterback. We've got Eman Wari at safety, Abdul Carter on the edge, Joe Alt at tackle, and Luther Burden at wide receiver. Let's continue building this squad. There's a couple other pieces we absolutely need. Some more critical talent needs to be acquired. Now, Chicago Bears fans, you're welcome to come on over to Dublin and watch a game because we're going to take Colston Loveland right here with this pick. I think Colston Loveland, Cam Ward, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Luther Burden is an absolutely insane offense. We got to work on the defense a little bit, though. We need a pass rusher. Colston Loveland looks insane in the pink suit. And welcome to the team, my boy. Now, at this point, Jamal Guinness, he is focused on the offensive side of the ball almost exclusively. I'm looking at a couple of linebackers right here in this round. It's Devin Bush, who's 27. He doesn't have a great development grade, and it's Jeremiah Owusu-Kamara. I've played franchise mode before. Jamal Guinness has played franchise mode before, and he knows that Jock, this card just ends up being phenomenal in franchise drafts. So we're going to take Jock right here, and the team is starting to come together very, very nicely. Now, at this point in the draft, I'm a little bit worried about the secondary. I'm going to go through, and I'm going to take Paulson and Debo. We need a defensive back. He's got star development. I don't know how much I love this pick, but the secondary options are looking pretty grim. We needed a body out there. We needed a body out there at corner because Jamal Guinness, I mean, there's some good receivers getting drafted in this division. I see Christian Watson right here. I know we have a Puka Nacua. I knew there's a CeeDee Lamb that got picked. We need a good corner to stop that. Now, I actually can't believe this guy is still available and still on the board, but 6'3" Alec Pierce is available late in this draft. A 25-year-old wide receiver. He's still young. This offense is looking very, very good. I might grab a right tackle, but beyond that, it's right tackle and it's defense. I think that's where Guinness is going to be focusing. Now, looking at the right tackle position, I'm going to keep things simple. I see an 85 overall Spencer Brown right here. He's 27 years old. We have the 84 overall player in Luke Gedeke, who's 26 years old. I think I'm going to go through and I'm going to take Spencer Brown. Actually, his pass protection is a little bit lower. Let's take Gedeke, a little bit younger and maybe can develop a little bit better for us. We'll take that right tackle and we get the seventh best right tackle in the draft and late. Now, I'm actually kind of surprised he's available. I like Tavondre Sweat's game. We're going to grab him right here. He's going to be our defensive tackle of the future. 6'5", 366 pounds. Good luck going against this guy in practice. I would not want to go against him in practice, but Jamal Guinness is building a team, again, like I said, of amazing athletes that most of the time are going to be younger players. That's how Jamal is looking to build here, and I think we're doing so quite nicely. Now, let's grab a safety for this team. I see Nick Cross available right here. He's 92 speed, which looks really, really good. Development isn't amazing, but as we're getting later in this draft, we're just simply not going to be getting players with the best development that's available. So Nick Cross right here at free safety. Jamal Guinness, I mean, again, we're building with youth, we're building with speed, and I like that pick a lot. Now, let's take a flyer on another pass rusher, man. We already have Abdul Carter. Let's take Chop Robinson right here. He's got star development, 6'3", 252, with some good speed, some good acceleration, and like Abdul Carter, I think both these pass rushers can really develop into an amazing tandem. They're the perfect archetype for a pass rusher in this game, or a pass rusher in the NFL at that. So we're going to take Chop here, and this one's kind of a flyer, but now considering the fact we're in round 15, there's just going to be a little bit less of those obviously blue chip prospects that are available for this squad. So we're kind of building around the edges with youth, and we're going to have to grab some veterans too, because right now we have a lot of younger players on this team. I think we could use a couple of wily vets to just kind of secure the roster and put us in a good spot. And in terms of a veteran player, I'm a little bit less concerned with the age factor on some of these linebackers. So I'm going to grab Blake Cashman right here in round 15. He should be a nice player to slot in at will linebacker, play snaps for us. I really like what he did on the Vikings this past year. So Blake Cashman, the scouting department identified that over in Dublin, and we're going to be grabbing a player that I think could just be a nice presence for this team. Now, call me crazy, gentlemen, but we might have just found a steal of the draft. I'm going to take Dante Thornton right here to round out the wide receiver group, and now this squad is looking really good in my personal opinion. It's looking pretty phenomenal. We might let the scouts go through and finish this draft off, seeing as we're in round 17. I got one more pick in me. Then we're going to go through and let the scouting department finish this draft off right here, and hopefully they're able to cook and continue to build this team the way we've been building it. But I do like the way everything is looking, man. I really, really do like the way everything is looking. I wouldn't mind going through and maybe grabbing a little bit more offensive line help. That could help us out right here. We could still use a guard. We could still use a center. Let's look at the center category, because center I really do think is an important spot for this team. I know Garrett Bradbury is a really good player in the league. He's 30 years old, a little bit too old for me. We'll scroll down a little bit. I know John Michael Schmitz actually plays pretty well for the Giants at the age of 26. I don't mind that number. We might grab Schmitz right here. Might not be the best center to take, but he's going to be a younger player that can continue continue to develop. 27th ranked center. Let's let the scouts take advantage from here. Now, the squad has officially been constructed. Cam Ward is at quarterback. We got Jahmyr Gibbs at running back. Alec Pierce at wide receiver. Luther Burden at receiver. The offense looks good to me. I like Joe Alt. I like Luke Gedeke. I think those are in good spots. Where I'm a little bit more concerned and where Jamal Gittes didn't spend as much draft capital is the secondary. Eman Ward is really good, but our corners are looking grim. Our free safety doesn't look that amazing, and our pass rush, it could leave a little bit to be desired. But regardless, we're going to be getting fans in the stands with the offensive firepower that we have. Cam Ward throwing to Alec Pierce, to Luther Burden, and Dante Thornton, as well as Colston Loveland, and a nice offensive line. I am excited to start this team off, and I will catch you guys in episode number 3 when we get the preseason done and hop into our first regular season game.